Whoops, wrong button. What's the deal, y'all? What up?
Yo,
Yo,
Yo.
yo. What up? What goes on?
Everything good, bro.
how was your weekend, bro?
Good? It's good. Good as always.
It is always good to hear.
Interesting what's happening here. I wish this was the 4-hour close, but it's not. Because if this was the 4-hour close, then this is the top wick right now on the hourly being made for the previous 4-hour. But it's not. We're coming back up in range maybe for a 4-hour flip. So most likely, from the looks of it, just initially, it looks like there's no trade till at least 9 p.m. But that might change depending on how this 30 prints. Let's see. Let's do a little quick breakdown because I think most of the people from the private session are already in here. So what's up, everybody? I see you all. If you want to unmute your mics, you can. If you want to open your cameras, you can do that too.
Yo, somebody else hop on you.
What was that?
No, I'm telling people to turn on their camera.
Yeah, if they want, they could do that. All right. So the daily's closed bearish, back in range, kind of, right? Let's see. Yeah, it closed bearish, back in range. So this is going to be a sketchy daily flip. I think we might flip on the daily, but not really drive. We might flip, create a top wick today, and continue back down if we do flip. And I see the weekly. The weekly closed massively bullish with a lot of range to head up, but I don't think this is the bottom wick yet to drive up. I think we're going to need to come down further, maybe at least 68, maybe at least another 100 pips from where we are right now before we reject for the weekly. I think we're going to see a couple of bearish days. Might not happen. This might be the weekly flip. That's it. We drive down up to 2010, but I think we're going to need a steeper pullback and then a massive drive up to 2050 ahead. So I'm going to see how this week goes. If we're at like 1940, 1950 by Tuesday, I'm gonna look for some maybe swing buys to 2050, 2070. So that's a possibility. Monthly is massively bullish too, right? So first half of the month we spent making this bottom wick. The second half of the month might end up driving, maybe all-time highs. But this is the private session. Don't tell anybody. Tell this shit to nobody. Gatekeep the shit out of this swing. All right, 4-hour driving up. Nice clean level here. I think if we come down, we're going to look to tap at least 72 next. So we'll see how this 4-hour closes, because if the 4-hour closes bullish here, then we're looking for a bottom wick on the next 4-hour, which might show up in the shape of a couple of bearish 1-hour candles and then a drive up. Because if the 4-hour closes bullish here, it's going to close back in range, right? Because the 4-hour level all the way across here, right? And even if you were to bring it up here, if the 4-hour closes bullish, right? It'll look something like this. And if it closes bullish and back into the most recent as well as the overall, right? Then you have range to come up to here, which is about 87. So on the 4 hour, you might spend the next day or two then, you know, bottom wick and driving up. Did I say day or two? You might spend the next 4 hours or two. Next half a day driving up. This might be the entire day tomorrow. Just this bottom wick gonna drive up. Alexa, shut up. I don't know why she just started talking. She, out of nowhere, she just... I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What the fuck was that all about? Alright, so this is a decent level. It's got a nice 4-hour level. Let's go the most recent would be ideal.
How do you use the 2 hour?
You know when I used to use the 2 hour a lot? Because when I used to trade, when I used to not do breakdowns on TradingView and just on MT5, just so I can understand where the OANDA 4 hour was, because it was like an hour off. I just used to use on my MT5 the 2 hour, and then I brought it onto here, and then I don't know.
Because of time zones?
It's not because of time zones, it's because of the broker.
Because yeah, the broker time, right? That's what I mean. Yeah.
But
That just made it work in your mind. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't really use it much. I seldom look at it, but it's cool to have it there. It's still like confirmation. Where's the halfway point on the 4 hour? Where are we at?
Right.
I don't know. You can use it however you want. I like to have it there if I ever want to look at it, but I very rarely look at it. See, if we start closing above here now, see the 4 hours flipped. It spent the first few hours of this 4 hour. Don't forget this candle right here on OANDA. This is a 3 hour, 4 hour candle. This 4 hour only has 3 hours in it.
Why?
Because from market open till from 5 to 6, OANDA has rollover. So they're closed for that time, and then it's they get a 6 p.m., a 7 p.m., and an 8 p.m. candle. So by 9 p.m. that's the 3 candles you get, and the 5 p.m. candle's not there because it's a rollover. So it's 3 hours in the first 4 hour candle here of OANDA. If you look at it, it's this. It doesn't, that little candle, that 4 hour, it's not part of it. And yeah, so well, this 4 hour, this 3 hour candle, once it closes here in about 50 minutes, and we're gonna need to see the close through, because we don't know if this is gonna close bullish, or like I said, this was the daily flip to give us a top wick and then continue down. Which is what I think. It's gonna flip, come up, but not really drive, and continue back down. Just give us that top wick. And if that's the case, then we can get a 4 hour bearish close at 9 p.m. We can look for a top wick on this hourly then to break the previous hourly high and then drive down. Because if we drive down first, we're going to break the previous 1 hour low, grab orders below it, and then drive back up into range to test 92. So we don't want that happening. I mean, we don't really care if that happens, but we are closer to positions time-wise, and to be able to get positions off in this session, right? If the 4 hour closes bearish below this area, below 1980. Because at that point, even if the 1 hour closes bull, the next 1 hour is likely to open with momentum to the upside off the rip, right? If we close right here, next 1 hour is likely to start off breaking the high here and then flipping bear. That's if we close below here on the 4 hour.
Where would your vantage point be?
Advantage point, where would I enter? Above the previous hourly high.
But no, your vantage point. Like, where would you go break even?
Where would I go break even? On the flip of the 4 hour candle.
Mm,
On the
okay.
next 4 hour candle, because okay.
Gotcha.
So look, from here to here, this is, come on. From here to here, this is 10 pips. If we break those highs, that's over 10 pips wherever it goes. And then as the 4 hour flips, it should never come back and re-break the highs. So this top wick right here is already 10 pips. So if the next 4 hour candle opens up, mind you, right now we're looking at the hourly, right? But if we close below here, right, then the next one opens up, coming up, as soon as it breaks the highs here, this top wick that I just drew, that's about 15 pips. Once you flip here, right, you go break even here for the very simple fact that you should never come back and re-break these highs after this flip, because this flip gives this candle now orders. It technically gives it a bottom wick. It's now grabbed orders to the bottom side. So now if it flips, re-breaks the highs, it's driving up, because it's now driving up after grabbing orders. And
Yeah, makes sense.
So now it's gonna have enough momentum. It wouldn't otherwise, if it didn't grab enough orders, it wouldn't re-break the high here. But it created this bottom wick. Look at the area where everything's rejected. Now if it does that and it re-breaks the highs, you're heading up to the next resistance. It's because if you weren't doing that, it would have had enough strength to continue down. But it grabbed orders here and then reflip, rebroke the highs. That's what it's going to do on the higher time frame. It's going to come up here.
Gotcha.
So that's why it's really key here probably to wait for the 4 hour close, because now this hourly's closing back in range and the 4 hours flip bullish. So now we got to see if it's a bullish flip to continue up, or it was a bullish flip to reflip bearish and close bearish, and then we'll be closer to positions than if we flip bullish here and close doji. I would rather finish the range down because we had a massive push down, but I think what it did right now was I think it just filled the gap on the brokers, which is just clear range here, right? Filled this gap. I think the most brokers had a gap right here in this area, but all it is just a clean range. All the market did was come, correct itself and drive back to clean range. So now we just grabbed orders. That's the daily flip too, right? Yep, the daily just flipped. I don't know. Maybe that was the weekly bottom wick to drive up and that's it. Because look, last week was massively bullish. We're going to have to wait on some closures here. It was only the first 15 of our session. And don't panic. There's no, don't have FOMO. You didn't miss anything. We haven't really, the market hasn't done anything. Yeah, I think the only way we can get positions here is if the 30 in 12 minutes closes like it is right now. And then the next 30 comes down and breaks this 30 low. Right? So if we can break this low on the next 30-minute candle, we can take the flip, right? If the next 30-minute candle can do this, once we flip right here, we can take this to up to 85. That's about 40 pips of range, I think, there. It's about, yeah, 35 pips. Right, so let's wait for this 30 close in about 12 minutes. Because if 30 closes like that and we come down and grab orders, we'll take the flip. I can't take the bottom wick here because that bottom wick is also the bearish hourly flip, right? Because now we've created a top wick, and if it flips, it's going to be the bearish 1 hour flip. So that's why we can't take the bottom wick on the 30, but we can take the flip up. So, very intimate here tonight. There's only 11 of us on the Zoom side. How many are there on the YouTube side? Ooh, less than 20. Very intimate session. Finally, member of Wix's table. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. How was your weekend? It was great. Wow, felt like Tony the Tiger for a second. You're great. Tired as fuck today. I'm getting over some shoulder blade, chest, shoulder, arm pain. I haven't been at the gym like more in like 2 weeks. I'm slacking, chat, for a gym rat. This is like, it's been hell for me. Like internally, I've been hating myself internally for not getting to the gym. But we'll be back in there. Yeah, I think if we get closures above 8574 on the 4 hour here, I think I'll be in off the rip. I'm not even gonna like bother with a bottom wick. I think if we close above 85 here, it's on site. I got muscle memory, right? I get back in the gym and I need 2 weeks to be like right back to my peak. But it sets me so far behind, and it's hard to get back in there. I know I'm gonna be sore the first couple of days. push-ups. How about no? $225 on bench. Yeah, that's roughly what I think what I'm getting on bench, or what I was doing. 50-pound flat curls. Yeah, sounds about right. I don't know how much I have. Chest machine? You mean the Smith machine? Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm a $170. I was a $140 when I started working out, and I think within like 5 or 6 months I was up to like 185. I'm $170 right now. I'm only 5'4" some oh, like you officially like short people. Aren't you tall? No, I'm 5'10" on a good day in Jordans. 5'9" like that. Wow, is this really gonna drive up 40 pips right now in the last few seconds? How about them Cowgirls? I don't know, you gotta ask Don Juan. He's a massive Cowboys fan. I think we need to pull back a little. 3 minutes here till the 30. The hourly's still no bottom wick, right? So at any moment we can start flipping on this hourly. Damn, looks tired as fuck. No, I didn't sleep last night, to be honest, and I've been up all day today, and I have no coffee, and I feel good. I feel good.
Wow, I feel good.
Could be better, but I feel good.
Wix, now if this for hours candle it's closing up, so we have fake out in big time frame, yeah?
Yeah. If the 4-hour closes like this, you have a 4-hour fake out. If it closes above 8.5, I'm gonna just be in off the rip. But I think we might take some buys before it closes. We might not get to 8.5 here. It's another 20 pips. I think this candle might pull back a little. If it fills the range, great, but let's see how this 30 opens here. And well, let's see how we close here and how it opens.
Wait, so why would your buys be above 85? My bad, I just got back. If you already explained it.
Not my buys. My buys could be earlier, but if we close on the 4-hour above 85, I'm gonna be in off the rip.
Oh. Well, off the rip there. Why? Why that level?
Because that's gonna be a massively bullish closure above the previous two levels. It's just this hourly candle at that point, or the 4-hour candle at that point, will have broken this area back into range and filled the entire range, breaking into the higher time. There's just nothing above here. This is clean range. If we break two levels here, if we break this, and we're breaking this whole range from 85 to 81.
Right, so
If we just drive through here, I think we're either gonna fill the range immediately, or even if we end up pulling back, it's gonna be a short-lived pullback just to drive really hard through this clean area. Because there's nothing there, and every time the market closes above there, it just, even if it hangs around here, I don't care seeing a little bit of drawdown. You see how it just drives here? Closer above. It just drives. And the thing is, after this rejection here, we might see like this kind of bottom wick, but that's it, you know. After this rejection here, I think I just don't want to, I don't even want to miss it, right? Because if it starts driving right away off the rip, I think we could be break even in about, 20 pips, 25 pips really quickly here. It'll drive very quickly if we close above there. Because think about it, this candle, this is a 4-hour candle. It'll look like this. If this shit was to close like this. Like, look what happens every time you reject from these areas. Market just straight up. But if we don't get there, right? If we don't get to 85, like I said, I don't think we will. The 30 closed here, right? Well, let's see. If we get a decent enough bottom wick and we flip here, we might. Oh, this is gonna be a key 4-hour closure. It's gonna be very interesting. Because what is this right now? Is this an hourly flip to come back down? Is this going to be the 4-hour closing doji? Are we going to close above or below 81.4? Right? Could this be the 30 bottom wick to actually drive up? Or is this the 1-hour top wick to drive down? All of that, like all those questions get answered on one simple close at 9 p.m. All of that gets answered. Like if we have so many questions right now with the market, and we know how to answer them, we know when it's gonna, what it's gonna take for them to get answered. Might as well just wait, because on the next 4 hour, all of these questions get answered, and our ability to make a higher quality decision actually increases. So let's get more data, let's get more information. Even if it drives up, fills the range, great. We'll look for the next range. But it will have direction and volume. Right? Because a closure outside the range or back into a range is volume. Get some coffee, fam. Hey, appreciate the 5. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. My Elvis voice. Oh, who's playing right now? Oh, shit. We got... The Broncos are playing right now. And the Vikings. Damn. I gotta go get me a stud finder. Because I gotta hang up this TV in the office.
Wix, you should get a camera for Zoom. Because I feel like it just, I don't know.
What do you mean a camera for Zoom?
Like your camera doesn't turn on Zoom, right?
No, because it's being used by the streaming software.
But if you have 2 cameras, you can, right?
It'll probably give you a different view. Yeah, I could probably put a different camera just for Zoom. But I'm not that bougie. I don't know. I think if you want to see me, you know what I do? I never sit there on the Zoom. Like if I'm on Don's stream and I'm on the
It
Zoom.
just feels so weird talking to somebody and not seeing their face.
Yeah, but if
I feel
I'm
like
on the
I feel
Zoom,
like
if I'm in the Zoom on Don's stream, I never look at the Zoom. I always look at the YouTube. I have the Zoom somewhere minimized in the background. I'm looking at the YouTube. So like I can see him communicate. I can like we can communicate. I mean, there's about a 3-second delay between his lips moving and me hearing him on Zoom, but it's all right. Like I pay attention on YouTube. But yeah, I feel you. It took me a while to get used to when he was doing that. Damn. 19K subs, almost at 20. That's wild. Uh-oh. Hold on, chat. Oh, we're pulling back. So this is going to be interesting. What's good, private gang? What's the deal, station? Does Donvo has private session live stream? That's a good question. Does he? I don't think so. Maybe he does. But Wix9 does. Dumbo has private session signals. Probably the only signals in the game worth getting. I don't think there's a signal service in the industry worth their salt, except that one. It's not even like the best signal service in the industry. It's like the only valid one, I think, in the industry. Now this will be interesting if we can only close bearish on this 30, but above 1980. This would be really nice. This would give us a nice hourly top wick. Chat, you know we haven't lost since October 17th. Our last loss was October 17th in Asian session. And I think we had about 16 trades. It's been, I think we're at like 8 wins and like 6 break-evens, or like 8 wins and 7 break-evens. Or 7 wins, 7 break-evens, somewhere there. So we've averaged roughly like a trade every other day. Yeah, and a lot of those trades have been runners. I think at least 4 or 5 of them. I've had runners. Last 20 of the 4 hour. This might flip here. This might flip bullish. So if this 15 can flip, actually never mind, it's only 3 minutes in this 15-minute candle. If this was the beginning of the 15 candle, for some reason I thought we just opened. Yeah, if it did this in the first 5 minutes of the candle, I think buy stops on the flip would be pretty neat. Could you explain to us that wick entry you had on Friday? I heard you call it from Don's stream. On Friday I had a position, it was an hourly close back in. It was somewhere right here. Yeah. I think we had an entry when we closed back in range. This was my entry right here to this area. So that's what I called. I said we're gonna look for a rejection off this area after the market closed below here, below that area, right? So once it did that, over here, sorry, right there, once it did it right there, I looked for a top wick to this area. As soon as we tapped it, I took a sell and I wrote that down to here. Not too shabby. Could have had more. Like 32, 33 pips. That was Friday. What a clean entry. Yo, what the fuck did I just press? Get off. And it was you know what it was? The thing on Friday, first thing we did was we came up and broke Thursday's highs. I remember that. Hold on, let's go to the daily. Yeah, you see that? You see we came up, we broke Thursday's highs, and then we started coming back in range. And when we started doing that on a smaller time frame, we figured the daily had no bottom wick, we were gonna flip on the daily and come back down. So the smaller time frame started giving that indication. You know, we grabbed orders above the previous daily, no bottom wick on the current, you know, on the current daily. The smaller time frame starts closing back in range. Well, small time, the hourly and the 4. And then, you know, you take your trade on the hourly, the 30, 15, the top wick. As soon as it came up tapped, we were in. There was a few people in that position. They just, not everybody had the same entries, but same idea. A lot of devious was in there. $15 closes perfect. Yeah, 15 here. Yeah, 15 closed above, respecting. Respecting the support, a small time from support 19 at 1980. But it's the last 15 of this 4 hour, which is highly unpredictable. Do we close above 81.3 here on the 4 hour? Do we close bullish above there? Do we close bullish below there? Do we close doji? Right? Do we flip and do we close bearish? And after that, how does the next candle open? Does it open with a bottom wick? Does it open with a top wick? Does it open with a top wick that breaks the previous 4 hour? Or does it open with a top wick and never breaks the previous 4 hour, but also the next hourly doesn't give you a bottom wick? There's so many scenarios that can play out, right? So in my head, I'm planning for all those scenarios. I'm planning for different closures, for a doji closure, for a bearish closure, for a bullish closure below range, for a bullish closure above range, for a very bullish closure. And then I'm planning for how the next candle after this will start, you know, and the timing of it, how fast it drives. Like all these things will determine what we're gonna do here. I gotta get used to where the mute button on this mic is. Fucking feel like the universal soldier. Fucking eyes. It's got a button somewhere in the back. It's weird. You gotta search for it. The old mic was easy. It was just flip it up. Boom. Alright, give me a second, chat. Hold on, guys. Yo, tell me I just said all of that and none of it was heard. Yo, I just went in depth, like like clip type. Yo, Toby, I answered your question in clip form. It was gonna be the next IG clip. Damn, well now I can't repeat that. Damn. Nah, I wasn't talking to nobody. I was talking to you guys. Fuck. Matus, why don't you interrupt me and tell me, hey, we can't hear you, bro.
Hey, bro.
You should have been like, yo, we can't hear you.
Yo.
Well, Toby, honestly, I think people that are here on the stream right now for the paid stream, I think they're focusing on this, but people that show up to the um, public sessions, to the Monday through Thursday free live streams, I think an overwhelming percentage of those people are doing other things in the background, working, playing video games. I think a lot of people aren't mature, haven't matured enough to the point where they take, you know, earning money seriously, or where money is hard earned, right? Because when it's hard earned, you really value it more, so you tend to pay attention more. So a lot of people, they've seen others make money in this, so they'll come on here and just pay attention to the buys and sells, but play Fortnite in the background, right? There's a lot of people with jobs, but I don't know why they wouldn't, you know, I don't know for what reason they're not paying attention, valid or not, but I think majority of people are doing other things and have this in the background just to see if they can also catch something here. This is more of a side gig for most people, I think.
I think if someone is thinking only for catching trades, this is danger, for him, because here only for come to learn. This is the key.
Yeah, it's dangerous for them because then people, they don't pay attention, but then all of a sudden in their head they're traders because they'll get some wins because of signals they get here on the live streams or on Don signals, and they're like, yeah, I'm profitable, I can trade, and then it's false sense of security, or false sense of being good, I guess. Find your channel entertaining. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, 4-hour close here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we closed below. We closed bullish, but where do we close? This is interesting. I don't know. We closed below the most recent, but we closed bullish above this area. I really wanted us above the most recent. We're gonna have to see some more closures. It's above here. Let's see how steep of a bottom wick we get, because if we get a steep enough bottom wick, we might attempt buys just to have the flip as our advantage point. Because for us to drive down here, gang, we're gonna have to come up on the 4-hour. We shouldn't just drive with no top wick. At some point, this 4-hour will have to come up. Whether it drives up or not, we don't know, but it's gonna have to come up and give us a top wick. So, where can it reject if it does come down? I think if we get to 1979.5 here, I'll look for a buy. Oh shit, let me flip the tape here too. If we don't
Please,
get that bottom wick, sorry, if we don't get that bottom wick, we start driving up, then we'll look for 15 or the 30 close, most likely the 30. Yeah, go ahead.
I have question. Why you didn't put line of time frame 1 hour? Because we have a break and now we close above.
We're over here?
So
We're
yeah,
over
in
here.
1 hour.
Well, it depends
No,
where your 1 hour is.
yeah, 1 hour, and I
Right
mean
here,
the
1980?
line of, yeah.
I mean, you can draw. There's annotations. You can point out where the line is, right? You can say, hey, we closed above here, or we closed above here. So we did close above there, but I think the overall was here, and that would also be the most recent on the 4 hour. Now the key is, can we get a bottom wick to here, this area? If we can do that right now, then we'll head up. I agree, this looks like a fake out to come back up. My issue is I'm not convinced of that. I'm not convinced that it's going to drive up here to 85. I'm convinced that we're going to get a top wick at some point, but I'm not convinced that it's going to drive up to 85 for one simple reason: the 4 hour respected the most recent. Because if it was going to do that, right, once the price broke above here on the last 4 hour candle, once we came up above here, why didn't we stay above here, right? Why did we come back even though we closed bullish? Why did we close bullish below there? We're not really back in range into the most recent range. So I think we can flip here and drive up, but will we drive up to go retest 85 and 92? I don't know. I'm skeptical about that right now.
I got you.
I mean, we probably will, but not on this candle. And if it does happen on this candle, we're going to need to see a steep pullback here, which will give us a good advantage point. You know, maybe take advantage of the wick. Okay, went down. Okay, I'm gonna take a buy right here. I'm expecting us to come up and break the highs. That would be roughly, the flip here would be roughly 12 pips. So once we flip, I will close half and go break even. Sorry, chat, let me set up. Our stops here. Our stop right Why isn't it showing? Very interesting. It's not showing how many.
Showing what?
It's not showing how many pips this position. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, because it's way off. There we go.
Wait, it has to be lined up with the candle or what?
No, I just have to see the end of the candle on screen.
Hmm.
66 right here, roughly 85. Right, and we are looking to retest 92 on the runners. My understanding here is if we're going to drive down the 4-hour, we'll have to flip either on this hourly or on the next hourly to give us a top wick, and that's our advantage point. Yeah, so if we come down, we might come down, create a steeper bottom wick. Pineapples only if we. I think if we start getting a closure, a doji closure, maybe on a flip of the candle after. We'll see. And the hourly has also closed back in range, as Mateus pointed out, with a nice top wick to fill the range. So at the very least, that's what I'm looking for. Bottom wick for the 4-hour candle, like, yeah, it could happen, but then we'd miss the move here if it drives up. I just want to be able to take advantage of what we can, and if it does happen after the 4-hour, then we'll do it. Then, you know, it'll be some drawdown.
Wicks, what would you say you based your stop loss on?
The range below this candle, below this hourly wick right here. I think if we start breaking that, we're gonna start filling the range down.
Gotcha.
See this level here overall.
And your BE, is it? Do
On
you
the
have a
flip,
BE?
on the flip of this candle, as soon as it flips. As soon as it flips, it's gonna be 11 pips in profit.
Oh, because that's the 4-hour. Oh yeah, I had heard you. I was in my car. I was listening to what you were saying, but I was doing something real quick.
All good. You're still asking questions, right? You're learning.
Yeah. I was it was funny because you were actually saying how people are like people don't like people will take a trade and then think that that's them, but in reality they don't know anything about that trade. They just basically heard the signal. And that's what I was listening to. I was in my car just and but yeah, when I mute and then I'm not here, probably doing something, but I'll pull you up on YouTube and then I'll just leave you on my Zoom on my phone on
I
my
got you.
computer.
I got you. Yeah, so I mean, people got lives to live, right? I understand that. Got responsibilities, trying to do the best you can with what, you know, what you're given.
But then it's also like how much time do you want to dedicate? How bad do you want it, right?
Yeah, and then the rest of it, yeah, it's just you prioritize things in your life. We're all adults here, right? We're all grown men and women. Since I'm in Lithuania, the pay is shit. We're going, oh damn, Lithuania. That's right, I remember you were, like, you understood Russian and something like that. Or you speak Russian, that's right. Lithuania. Yeah, this 15 might close bearish here, huh? Wanted the 15 to flip.
One minute.
Yeah, because if 15 closes bearish, we might see steeper lows. I don't want to sit in much drawdown. I was hoping to flip now. We'll see what happens. Right, you wouldn't expect to drive down without making a top wick, which would also be the hourly flip. So. $30 seconds on the 15.
Wix, you said before that you have the profits turned off on MT5, right? You just see the percentage.
The money amount, yeah.
You changed
I
that
have a,
in.
I have a, I have also, I have a pip counter on the top for an indicator. So it shows me my total percentage among all positions, spreads,
Oh, okay. You
timing.
see, how do you do that? Because right now I only have it where it says the change and it
I
says the
just, I just
percent.
Googled MT5 pip counter.
Oh, okay.
And it
Bet.
just came up. It's just an indicator. Same way you would add any indicator. It's
Gotcha.
yeah, I only saw about 6 pips here, chat. 7 pips. Alright, because now we're getting a top wick probably for the 15, because it's coming early in this 15. Right, so as soon as you break that previous 15, I'm gonna go break even, and I'm gonna close half at 11, 12, 13, whatever, depending on how fast it comes up there, which is also the hourly flip bullish. Yeah, I'm sitting at 9 pips. Eight pips. Two more pips. Alright, gang, I'm closing half here at 11, 12 pips, and I'm going break even on the other half. So it's now a risk-free trade. Another W. Let's see if we can get some runners. Let's see if we don't come back down in range. Yeah, I closed at 12, 11. Wait, it would be like 11.8, 11.9, but 12 pips. Yeah, we had a really nice wick entry here. Let's see if we can flip here and drive and fill the wick up, because that would be really nice.
Wait, so when you came down off the candle opening, how'd you base what was enough for it to come down?
The next strong level, which I determined was this area right here. That's why I took the position.
Gotcha, I see that. Yeah.
Oh! Go back. I deleted my stops from break even to no stops for a second.
Close full, 15 pips on my $1,000 account.
W. Yeah, I'm gonna
W.
close another 25% once we fill the wick, or maybe like another 5 pips. Yeah, 20 pips. I'm gonna close another 25%.
What was your entry, Wix?
Say that again?
What was your entry?
1980 flat.
Oh, got the sniper entry. Wait, 1980 flat?
Flat, yeah, 1980 00. 1980 001.
Nice entry, bro.
No, I'm gonna close another 25% here at 15. So the rest of what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna turn off my charts, and it's gonna be, for the remaining 25, it's gonna be either full TP for for 112 pips here, 116 pips, 120 pips, or it's gonna be break even. But I closed 75% of my position over there at 15 pips. And the reason I do that, because we've tapped an area here where we might come back. I think we're still going to go up, but we might come back and create a steeper bottom wick on the 4 hour. If you go to the 30 here, you guys see this area right here, right there? See how this, we came up and made a top wick to that area? We almost tapped it, but basically there. I think once we tap it, this is a range here that we're in play. So now we could come back down and break the range to the downside and come down and make a steeper bottom wick. It's just the nature of the game, how it works. So that's why I closed more there. Closed 75% over there at 15. But overall, if we survive this and come up and close above 1982, I think we're good for the rest of the night. But it's all about surviving this candle, whether it'll pull back for a steeper 4-hour wick. And thing is, lately we've been having, because of these good entries, we've been having a lot of positions survive, and there's been a lot of volume in the market, so the market hasn't really been coming back to create a steeper wick. It's just been driving, but it's not always like that. But a good Asian session. Let me put this as another W. So the streak continues. We're over a month undefeated. Undefeated, never lost.
We don't like losses.
No. The idea is to show up every day and win.
Exactly.
Win number 65.
This 5, I would say you came down pretty strong. So if you flip here, you might be good, right?
Yeah. I think if it flips, you should be good to at least 83. Before it makes a decision, you'll probably have to come up and break the previous candle high, which will fill the previous hourly wick. And if it's doing that with such strong bullish momentum with the higher time frame, the 4-hour, right, it might fill the range to 85. But remember what I said, the 4-hour closed below the most recent, so we might come up here, break the previous 4-hour high, and just drive down, straight down.
That would make sense, right? Yeah.
So try to secure bacon along the way, right? Try to, take risk off the table and, take pieces off the table as you're driving up to make sure that if you do reject, you don't, you're left with something. Yeah, but we've been killing it, Asian session. And I think the last 5 out of 6 Sundays, the private sessions, we've had really nice positions. We've had W's. I mean, but we're done here for the night, right? I'm just gonna see how this plays out. So for the next 25-30 minutes, if anyone has any questions. All right, maybe roll a joint. We did our job for the night.
Jamaican joints.
Yeah. Jamaican joint. This could be a top wick for the 5 to come back down. We'll see.
Wix, I show my friend your account, in YouTube. He said, "This he's a rapper."
He's a rapper. Yeah, candy rapper.
And that time you're smoking. I tell him, shit, bro, this he's everything. I don't know how, but see how he's doing and you will know.
But he didn't show up today for the win.
No, he's still new.
Well, tell him to show up in the morning for Don's stream.
Most of the people, they are thinking it is easy, I don't know how to explain to people, but I tell them, see these 2 guys.
You can't explain.
Try to learn from. I cannot explain to anybody.
These things can't be explained. Oh, looks like we survived for now. Pushing. Yeah, let's see. Maybe we catch like a 100 pip runner today.
Bro, it feels so weird because I feel like maybe even just up to like a few weeks ago when I was still like basically just what you were saying earlier, like thinking I'm trading and not, like if it like right now, after I close right there at 15 pips, after that I would usually have FOMO, but just understanding like I'll catch this move again, like you know,
Yeah, the shit's coming
like
in the morning. You're gonna grab another 15 pips in the morning.
right.
And then tomorrow evening, another 15 pips. And if you just forget about having that Lambo tomorrow and just concentrate on, you know, being cool with fucking, you know, with looking like a bum and, you know, vibing alone for a little while, yo, once you get back out into the world after finding success here, it's just like it's worth it. It's really worth it. I'm telling you, improve yourself, vibe alone for a while. Forget what, you know, people's opinions are or what you need to do or what they think you need to do. Because the only reason we come out, we spend money and we, you know, we put ourselves in tough positions money-wise is not really for ourselves. Most of the time it's for, you know, to grab some kind of status for, you know, within business, within circles, within friends, you know. Just, you know, like I said, vibe. I found it that I needed to get rid of a lot of like, I like day-to-day friends. Not get
Necessary
rid of them.
distractions.
It just sounds fucked up, like get rid of friends, but it's true. I haven't called a single friend of mine in over a year. Not a like I don't call them. Like not a single phone
Are
call.
they
You look through my
are
phone
they
right now. There's
friends
yeah, like
or
like,
unnecessary
no,
distractions?
I don't know. They're not a distraction. These are, you know, my boys, the day ones, people I grew up with. But
Oh well,
like,
that's different. I'm
but
talking about for myself.
I haven't dialed any one of them, and like they're all mad, but I haven't dialed them because I understand that in order for me to get to where I'm going, like, and they're not even like, oh, like, yo, what are we want to come along for the ride. No, it's like for me to, they got their own ride, right? But in order for me to get to where I'm going, I'm gonna need to vibe alone for quite a bit. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Like to reach, it's kind of lonely, but to reach new heights, right? You kind of have to give up the old you. Like
Right.
it's you can't be, you know, you can't reach a new level without kind of losing a piece of yourself, because a piece of yourself is that old level, right? That previous plateau, that defined you before, but now you reached another plateau, right? The next level, and now this level defines you. So you kind of have to leave that level behind, right? So it's just logic. So if you need to leave that level behind, it kind of gets lonely because you're not at that level anymore. You moved up, but you're not really at that next level because you're only getting there, right? Once you get there, it's a new environment. So now you surround yourself in that new environment, and after this, there's another level. And trust me, you'll meet people along the way that will be like, hey, I want to take that elevator with you to the next level, right? And sometimes they'll take it with you to like for 20 levels. Sometimes they'll be with you for 5 levels, and then they get off. Like it's. But
Exactly, bro.
I'm looking to stay on this elevator for a long ride up.
In UK, bro. In UK, inshallah.
Uh-oh, we closed with no top wick on that 30. Yeah, chat, I'm not going to touch this. I don't care. We might come back in range, but I'm not touching this. The higher time frame. See, the more I look at it, I start analyzing, but I realize it's the higher time frame, and I closed 45%. I mean, 75% of my position. So let this shit run for 100 pips. If it wants to. It should technically flip, though. It should flip back. It should flip bearish, but we'll see. Maybe it flips bearish, but doesn't take us out and flips bullish again. But you guys can manage risk. You can close. You guys can start closing. I'm up, I think, what, 33 pips here? 35
Wait,
pips.
so if I was to journal that, I would put the breakout wick, or was it more of a...
This was more of a fake out on the hourly.
So fake out wick.
Fake out on the hourly, bullish 4-hour closure, and the bottom wick entry. I don't know. However, I don't journal these things like.
Why don't you though? Like, do you not think
Because
like long term?
I think it's very valuable. I also think I don't fall into the like I'm special. I'm unique. I don't fall into the 99% of traders category at this moment. At some point before I did, but for me right now, I like it's like I don't need any of these lines on here. I do this mostly for stream and for you guys to have visuals on
Right.
stream, right? Uh, like I have my MT5 terminal that shows me all the trades I've took, if you know, and I get over them very quickly. Like I'm not selling anything, right? If I was gonna build an EA, I have a strategy, but like if I'm building a strategy or building an EA or you know trying to automate some shit, yeah, it's very valuable.
Right.
Yeah, so this will be wild if it runs for 100 on stream.
Damn! I looked away for 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm at 50 pips here.
I close everything until now. I cannot to close anything. See.
Chat, you know what I'm gonna do here? I'm gonna bring our stops in profit. I don't know if I can do that on here. Oh, I can't. I was gonna bring our stop. Well, I can't show it here, but I'm gonna bring my stops to the low of this candle right here. If we flip bearish, well, I don't want it to flip bearish. But if we flip bearish, we're gonna secure 30 pips on the dot. 29.
You
So
could just move the whole thing up, but that would change the entry, right?
I'm at 50 pips right now, but
No, I mean just for trading view. Like, I mean, if you want to move that thing, but it would change the entry how it looks, right?
yeah, it would change. It would make sense. I just. And I think I'm only going to bring the stops here only for this candle. If this candle flips, then we're out. But I think if it closes bullish, I'll take the stops back down. I just don't want this candle to be the flip because look, every time we come up here and the candle flips, it drives further down. Right? You see this tapped and then just drove down. You see these wicks tap. Drive down, we tapped. And we drove down.
Yeah.
So
do
if this
see
has
that.
enough juice to continue up, great. Uh-oh, our song.
Can you hear my mouse clicking?
A little bit. Will be it. Hey Wix, have you ever feel stopping to trade? No. I have days where I'm not too happy about coming in here and streaming. Like when I have a lot of shit going on, right? Or if I'm just tired. But as far as trading, no, not really. So you have 25% left Incorrect. Yes. Would good risk management be to raise remaining stop from break even to 25%? Well, my remaining stops are in profit. My stops are right here right now. I moved them at 30 pips in profit. So my stop loss, if we break the previous, or if this 30 flips, I'll be out at 30 pips full in profit. See this yellow line? That's my stop right now. Stop. That's my stop in profit. Oh, and this should die. Uh-oh. Did we survive that too? Yeah, boy. Wow, we literally got this entire hourly candle. Yo, if you guys got dubs here, go post them in the Discord. Go post your dubs in the Discord.
I've heard Don say it before, Wix, but like when you have a wick, or yeah, because it's well, yeah, we consider it a wick entry, but it's just not more about forget what you're calling it, but just like understanding why you're taking it. It's like just better advantage, right?
Yeah, it was the advantage point here. The flip, we were break even, and it was also the 4. Remember I said wait till all the time frames fall in line. It was the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30, the 50. It was every time frame breaking highs and flipping. It was just it was perfect. I said go post your profits in the Discord. Nobody posted them. Go throw them in the Asian session Discord. Is it recommended to do another entry? I'm not gonna enter again until morning. You can, it depends on now you have to do another breakdown, see how it sets up. Looked like we were gonna survive. Still might. My stops are 83 flat. That gives us 30 pips. Plus, you got to understand that we're past the volume time here. Right, 8 to 10 volume is that's the candle over the 8 p.m. and a 9 p.m. candle overlap. That's the 2 hourly candles that you want to trade. saw about 50. I saw a little more than 50. Fucking push. Well, we've survived so far.
$16 minutes.
Alright, so the 15 here closed. If we can make a bottom wick and then flip bullish, but not break, not flip on the 30 here, not break the previous 15, great. But if we do break the previous 15, that's the 30 bearish flip, we'll be out at 30 pips. Ideally, this comes up, closes above 85, and we don't have to worry about it. I'll move stops back to 79.9. Actually, no, I won't move stop. I'm going to keep them where they are and see if we can ride it up to the top. $120 pips, maybe. What I don't like is we respected resistance here, the smaller time frame resistance, so highly likely we come back down before we drive completely up.
We got a runner.
Good way to start the week.
Yeah. Sunday sessions are always great to start the week. Chat, hold on a second. I want to see if my kids are sleeping. Because no school tomorrow.
No school tomorrow.
Thanksgiving week off.
Oh yeah, it is Thanksgiving, right?
Yep. I forgot I'm on mute. Nobody says anything. I said I'm out here at 30 pips. We broke the previous 15 low, and it might be the 15 bottom wick to drive up. But the thing is, it's now also a 30 flip to come back down into range, right? The higher time frame has flipped bearish, not the small time frame. So it might be the 15 bottom wick, but because, you know, now the time frames are giving us different, you know, different answers, different variables, I'm gonna call it a session here for until New York, and the stops in profit were hit for a total of 30 pips, so complete closure at 30. That's our session, gang. I mean, I know we got 10 minutes, but I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna roll myself a joint, and I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of this Sunday evening. Maybe still catch the game or whatever's left of it.
Peace, gang.
Yes, New
See you
York
tomorrow.
re-entry. Thinking same setup. Possible RC. It's possible. We got to see because it's gonna be a long night, right? So we're gonna have to see what London does. We'll see. There's so many ways this could still play out. Higher time frame, smaller time frame. All right. Love and wisdom to you all, chat. Zoom guys, Zoom gang, private gang. Sunday Unfiltered was great. I will see you guys. Got midterm tomorrow. Good luck on the midterm. Break a leg. And yep. I will see you guys tomorrow on Dombo stream, and same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern here. Don't forget, we're going to be running Asian on YouTube the rest of the week. Forever.
Have a nice day, bro. Enjoy.
Thank you. Have a good evening, everybody. Have a good night. And just like that, another Asian session is in the
The box.
books. Later.